Hi, I'm Grace, and I forgot to film my intro during the daytime, so you're catching me at 9 o'clock at night. Let's just flash back to me making today's square.
And tell me what they're gonna give me after they pass away because they want me to take care of their antiques. We were living in the basement and the studio was upstairs. So in the house that Stuart and I are in right now, how do you get all mismatched stuff to seem cohesive? I've always said to my mom when we're designing something, I say just grab everything that you like, look at them in your basket. If something really doesn't go, get rid of it. But typically...
But also in honor of Steven, I'm gonna do some not so great ones to keep it,
Well, you don't have to do that.
I think even his not so great ones are still gonna be on.
Now this season we're sort of back to basics. Hanging out, telling stories, enjoying each other's company, and even better, because Steven's gone. Here we go. Too Many Spirits, Season 9, kicking off.
To Steven!
To Steven.
The hanging rail underneath. I used to jump scare my wife and kids all the time, so I decided hiding in the space under the bed was a good idea. I thought that was funny too, and then I scared my wife one time, and she said, "Hey, how about you never do that again?" And then I said, "Okay."
Yep. I had the same landed on my face. Let's move on. Let's move on to our final story.
Final story already, wow.
This one, Ryan, is a bit of a game.
Wait, can you show the camera though, because it has the blue.
It's got part of the story taped off, so we do not know the ending. So we're going to guess the ending, and whoever is closest, the other person. We're taking a shot, Ricky?
We're taking a delectable PB&J shot.
That sounds pretty good. I want to lose.
Yeah. The winner gets to choose
Who takes the shot? Sure.
But she didn't respond. My next thought was an intruder. Then sleep paralysis. Since I obviously wasn't paralyzed, I thought my time had come to be murdered. And that is where we leave off.
Well, obviously they didn't get murdered because who sent the story?
It's Ghost, of course.
That'd be pretty
That
good.
would be a good ending.
Ghost is like, I love the show. Want to get on that?
I think it's a classic coat rack situation.
Yeah, like where it looks like a person.
That's right.
Are you ready? What are we making today? Potatoes?
Today's square is officially done and looks really pretty as well. This has to be my favorite shade of purple, to be honest. I know it's a semi-solid, so it's a mix of multiple shades, but this is like my favorite color. It's so pretty. This one is called Sorcerer, I think, something like that, from Skein Sisters. It's a little hand-dyed mini skein, as per all the other ones. But yeah, this one's from Skein Sisters. Super pretty. This square challenged me today. I swear it took me like 2.5, nearly 3 hours. What?
No, I was just, I don't know.
What?
I was just interested
Okay.
that your squares. 3 hours, isn't it? I probably did take 3 hours. Holy fuck.
I started at 10, it's nearly 1 o'clock. Yeah, that square took me nearly 3 hours to do. I don't know why, maybe it's just because I'm tired, but I kept making mistakes. I had to frog like multiple rows, and I'm still kind of scared that there's a mistake in there and the stitch count's going to be wrong, but we'll get to that problem if we get there, you know what I mean? It's fine. So it turned out really nice though. I'm happy with what it looks like. It is now nearly 1 o'clock, which is crazy. I feel like I've just wasted my whole day, but that's okay. I have also managed to lay out all the squares I've done so far. I mentioned wanting to do this to figure out what border color I want, because I was tossing up between this sort of cream color versus this gray color. So let me show you what they all look like together, and we can sort of picture what would complement them the best, I guess. So yeah, this is what they all look like all together. Aren't they just so dang pretty? They look way better in person than on the camera screen, but this is really nice. I still think the light grey could look nice, but I did find an undyed yarn on this random Aussie yarn website, and it was way cheaper than both of the options I was tossing up, and it still looks really nice. It's like, because it's undyed, it's not a bright white, it's like a off-white kind of thing. So I think that would really make the colors pop. I'm worried that the grey would sort of dull the colors a little bit, so I think a lighter color like the undyed yarn would really make them stand out and look a lot brighter. Also, the pipone is like laying on my foot, and she recently destroyed this whale that she had. Now I'm going to take the pipone for a walk. We're going to take her to the park for the first time in ages. It took us a while to get her desexed because she had gone into heat a week before she was supposed to get desexed. So she's been, well, like, we've been taking her for walks, but she used to go off leash at the dog parks and stuff. So she hasn't been doing that for a while because I don't want a pregnant dog. And then she had to heal up from her surgery. So now she's all sorted. We're going to take her to the dog park, let her run around and play, and that'll be so dang cute. And then we have to go to the shops to get just groceries and shit. Yeah, and then I'm going to come home and work on my pie pot holders again. Hopefully we can at least get one done today, if not both. I plan on making two. This is where I got up to yesterday. I made the pie crust in the car, and then I did finish the little berry portion, which was very time consuming actually, but honestly, I was really just slowed down because we were watching Stranger Things and I was very invested. But that's okay. So all that's left to do, I need to join them and do the little pie crust stripy bits, whatever that's called. The little woven bits at the top, you know? So yeah, I'm going to get that done today for sure. And then perhaps get started on the next pot holder, which is not going to be a red. Would you call this a cherry pie? Raspberry, strawberry, whatever. A berry pie. I'm not doing a red berry pie. I'm going to do a blueberry pie. Thank you, Pippin. I'm going to do a blueberry pie to go with it because I think that's adorable. That's the plan for today. So like I said, it's like 1 o'clock now. So I really better get a wriggle on. Look at that crazy girl. You're my good girl. You're so cute. You having fun?
I would definitely not. Not just because the material is bad, but also because it's insanely itchy. See, and this is what I'm talking about. I feel like this isn't a quote-unquote Galinda designed costume, but I feel like it still gives Galinda vibes enough that people would know who you're being, especially if it's a group costume and Alphaba's right next to you. There would be no denying who you are then. So this is my Galinda. You can comment down below which outfit you think is better. Because I want to try to utilize my blonde hair. Alright, Winx Club. This costume was $94. Very spot on to Stella.
I was just about to join the 3 pie layers together when I noticed, okay, I already knew that my pie filling layer was curling a lot, but because of the way the pattern's written, I just thought it was fine. I was like, I'll go with it, you know, I'm following the pattern. And when I was joining them, I realized there's not enough stitches in the pie filling layer to join to every stitch of the crust layer, right? So when you make a puff stitch, you then chain 1 and make the next puff stitch. And the pattern says that the chain 1 is included in the puff stitch. So when you refer to stitches, they are both one puff stitch. It's one stitch. You don't go into both unless explicitly told to. And then the pattern says double crochet in the next 5 stitches and then increase. So I did that, and that made this curly mess with not enough stitches. So I think I do actually need to go into both the puff stitch and the chain 1 space. Yeah, it's just really annoying how it's written like that, and there's no stitch count at the end of each row. It doesn't tell you how many stitches you're supposed to have, so I couldn't double check and confirm or anything. I just had to blindly follow and trust that it's like that's what it means. The pattern is really cute, and I wouldn't tell anyone not to buy it, but maybe not for beginners. Anyway, whatever, it's fine. It's just kind of annoying because I already tied off and weaved in my ends for this piece, so I'm gonna have to dig up my tail and pull out the knot and attach my yarn again. Lessons learned. The second one will probably go by a lot quicker because of all this trial and error kind of situation. So I'm gonna get into that now. Okay, I just redid it and it looks significantly better. I can't believe I did it the other way and just left it, but yeah, it already looks better. I'm gonna just count the stitches now to make sure they match up with the pie crust. I'm really hoping it's the same. Please pray for me. This is where I have to start from. Alright, I'm back. I redid the pie crust and I joined the 3 panels off camera just because it was really fiddly and I don't think I would have really shown you much. It would have just been me looking down like so. Anyway, this is what it's looking like as of now. Got a lot of little ends to weave in from the lattice strips, as the pattern calls them. But yeah, no, I think it's great now. Now that I've fixed everything up and done it properly, it looks super dang cute. I think it's cool. So now all that's left is to do a little frilly border to look more like a wrinkly pie crust kind of situation and add a little loop so she can hang it if she wants to. And then I think it's done. And then obviously weave in my ends. But yeah, then it'll be done. So I think I can get all that done tonight. It's only 7:30. So yeah, I can finish that off, have some dinner, and then at least start the next one. I'm going to put on some YouTube and do the border while Luca picks up our dinner. Because he's a kind man.
There's a lot of layers to
Yeah.
this. So it is the boyfriend's birthday.
Yes.
So she plans a Harry Potter marathon for his birthday.
Just the 2 of them.
Just the
Starting
2 of
at
them.
9:30.
Starting at 9:30
You'll be up
So you're
p.m.
going
6 a.m.
watching Harry
Yeah.
Potter.
And he likes golfing in cars more than I do.
Does that mean she also
Pie pot holder is officially finished. All ends woven in and everything. So we at least did that today. Yeah, I love it. It looks great. I think it's super cute. Once I fixed it up, it turned out really well. And I'm really happy with it. And I think the next one I make will go way smoother now that I sort of understand what to do. It is a pretty, once you understand what you're supposed to do, it's pretty simple. So I should be able to make up the next one pretty quick. Although this is all I have left of the pie color. So I doubt I'll be finishing it tomorrow. I think I'll have to order some online. So that's where I'm at for tonight. That's all I have time for. I'm going to start editing this video and I'm going to watch some TV with Luca. Thank you, as always, for coming along with me on my day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!